page and give you the link. That's from going all the way like 50 some odd thousand light years.
Oh, I'm seeing a black screen.
Yeah, give me a second.
I love it. It looks awesome.
Oh yeah. That's that's a lot of wear.
And I would not fix that paint job. That looks wicked.
Oh yeah, I believe in it.
Alright, back.
Welcome back.
Uh,
So if I understand correctly, did you do that spreadsheet yet?
which one? Sorry, no, I don't think I got to updating it. I'll work on it.
No, but I mean, did you do that? Is this your making?
It's Lanius's.
Okay. Um,
He got bored one day and made it.
no, it's a lot of work. It's awesome. I understand most of it, not all of it, but so I take it everything is pink is what we're the controlling faction, if I get that correctly, right?
Yeah, we own it.
Okay.
It needs to be moved to a newer dock anyway. I don't have edit perms on this one.
I do.
Oh, really?
Well, you really don't. All you do is you go in the top left corner, click the button once, copy it, put it into your own spreadsheet, and you can edit it all you want now.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That's what I did. Now I have it on my screen, so I can go in and update it.
I was going to try and put it into a form format so that everybody could see it.
Oh, yeah.
This wouldn't be too hard to translate to the forum.
No.
Here, let me try and give it a shot. If I just copy.
So if we're not in, let's say, which one did I look at? There was one here, and we're not in the system at all. How do you get into that system? I was talking about it otherwise.
Once you push a system to 75% in a certain expansion state, you will expand to the nearest system with fewer than 7 factions within 25 light years.
Right.
If a system does not have fewer than 7 factions within 25 light years, then it will trigger the invasion mechanic, and you will become an 8th faction, and I think the nearest system that you're not in already.
So
Unless that system also already has 8, then it'll go to the next one.
Right. So if we want to get into the LHS 1230, there is a way to do it then.
There's a way to do it. It needs to be planned. So you need to look at like, okay, what's the nearest AOD system to that, and then pull it up in like usually like Inara, and Inara will show you like all the nearby systems, sort them by size. You can or by distance, and then you can say like, oh, this one right next to it is an AOD system. I can try and bump that one up to expansion. Then you click on that one, and you see what the nearest systems are to it. And if the nearest systems to it, one of those has less than 7 factions, then that's not going to work because then you're going to expand to the wrong one. So then you can go back to the system you want to expand to, force a faction to retreat from it, which is dropping them below think it triggers the retreat below 2.5%. Keep them under that for a couple days. They retreat. Now you have 6 factions in that system. Then you can trigger the expansion to that system.
Wow.
And that's what we try to do. So it takes a while to figure all that out.
So you don't work for a living then, right? All you do is work on this. Like
If
shit,
only.
I'm serious. That sounds like a ton of work.
It's not a little bit of work, that's for sure.
No, it sounds like a shitload of work. And who's all working on this? It's just you and Furia?
Pretty much, it was all the stuff that I put together originally.
Holy crap.
I've probably put hundreds of hours into it at this point.
Yeah, it sounds that way. It really does. Wow. Well,
There you go.
and I feel so somewhat a bit overwhelmed on all of this, but I mean, honestly, if there's something I can do to help, I don't
I
mind
converted
helping.
it
But
to a forum format. Still needs some tweaking, but
yeah, you can't read the white. But sure.
no, yeah, it needs tweaking. But
That's not bad.
BB code for it is terrible.
So Glasshow Hub in
User joined your
Wolf
channel.
127. That's a good spot to sell this stuff. What's up, Gunner?
Oh, by the way,
Um,
Anu, on that,
I
before
think
you
I think you wanted
tweak,
it split between 3 places. Sorry.
I was saying, before you tweak that over, you may want to know that for whatever reason, phase 2 was missing. The word just got deleted. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
no, I saw that.
But
This was from Discord.
I added it back in on
Glasshow
mine.
Hub. I want to sell some of it here.
Which one are you in? Sorry.
I don't think we own a station in Wolf 127, do we?
Yeah, we do. Glasshow Hub.
Yeah, so then go there.
So
But when you go,
I'll drop some in there. And,
so it's not just anywhere you want to sell or do something. It's one of the places that we actually have.
It needs to be an AOD owned station, otherwise you help the wrong faction.
Glasshow, I checked. The first station wasn't us.
Yeah.
Glasshow is. So I'm
Let me open Steam.
So you're actually back in the bubble now, Inu?
No.
No?
I got distracted by some volcanoes yesterday and took pictures.
3,000 out yesterday. You were 2,000. I beat your ass back.
I got distracted.
Look at these shiny things out of the galaxy.
That's why I go exploring. I spend the whole year in the bubble fighting for AOD, and I needed a vacation.
You went out before me.
Oh, I've been out there for like a month.
Over 50,000 lights round trip,
I know. I'm not gonna be allowed back out again.
and I beat you back.
Well, as you said, it's a nice break. Get back when you feel like
Here's
the
what I
break
found.
needs to be over.
Distracted me last night. There, actually, if you refresh the page, I'll put the other picture, and you can see there's 2 moons that are orbiting each other. But there you go. Refresh it now. You can see the 2. What's that?
Oh God, they're on that again. Jeez.
No, it's
They're
not.
never
oval.
gonna let
this
you
one's
live this
potato
down.
shaped. Refresh it.
It's not letting me do it. I'll try to
Yeah.
refresh.
You can't see both pictures. There should be 2.
Nope.
If you hit refresh, it doesn't do anything. Here, try this now. Or click it again, I guess.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
I'm just seeing one picture.
Okay, I'll just link right to the picture. Here's the other picture.
Right. That's cool.
So the little pink one in the back's where the volcanoes were.
Look at the pink one. Looks like it's been bashed in a few different sides. It's not round at all.
No, it's not. It's got a distinctly not round shape to it.
It's like
Yeah.
a thing of Play-Doh.
Can I drop more than 10 million credits at each station, or that's just?
I was planning to split mine into thirds, but I mean,
I've
if you
got like fucking 8 to 10 pages.
Yeah, I know. That's what I figured.
Like the first page I have here is with 20 mil.
I think it stops counting after a while, so
Yeah,
I think that was why.
look at that planet. What a weird shape to that. Holy
See,
smokes.
so I got distracted. I flew all the way out to the second star. It was like 100,000 light second super cruise. So
Yeah, if you ever wanted to have a reason for not a planet being round, there it is. That looks like that looks like a ball of Play-Doh that's been dropped on the ground.
well, I know some would still argue that that's round. So
Or shit. I'll put a perfect circle around that thing and prove it's not round. Just draw a Photoshop symmetric circle around it. You'll see that pretty quickly.
I'll be accused of drawing a not real circle.
Yeah, all I would do is I would make a ring and overlay it that was transparent. You would see very clear it was not. Damn, that's is there a law of physics that is stating that a planet must be round though? Is there something about that?
Actually, most planets are not perfectly a sphere.
Well,
The Earth is far from a round sphere.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
but
not. It's not a perfect sphere.
this thing is
Earth, or
flat.
the diameter of the equator is larger than the diameter from going across the poles for the Earth.
Oh, did you guys hear that a like massive iceberg broke off from Antarctica?
Don't
Really?
they do it all the time?
Oh, this one is massive. This is the second largest iceberg that's ever broken off that we know of.
It's summertime there.
Yeah.
Ice always melts in the summer.
For Kerrigan, I think
It's actually the height of their summer.
larger than PEI. Is
Holy
the
shit.
that broke off.
Yeah, that'll be floating into New York Harbor.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, we'll make it that far.
No.
I'm sure it won't.
I mean, in theory, someday it's gonna all be gone, right? Because go back to the era of the dinosaurs, and there's no ice caps. Period. The Earth was like an average of 40°C.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
it's like
I'm gonna
today,
say-
it's an average of what 23 today or something.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, did Kerrigan?
Global average temperature.
People in the GTA were having frost quakes. Did you hear about that?
No.
Because you know how our temperature drops so fast overnight that people in the GTA were awakened by like loud banging, popping noises, and what it was the groundwater freezing and pushing up on the ground and making huge like booming, popping noises.
Huh?
I didn't hear shit, but
Got pretty
Alright,
damn
so
cold
it
there
says
quick.
the average temperature today is 14°C, and during the Jurassic period it was 21°C.
yeah.
So it's much hotter.
Well, speaking of 14, it was minus 14 when I got out this morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how much nicer the dinosaurs had it? They didn't have to deal with snow. They had a nice, warm, tropical planet year round.
Yep.
I'd kill for that, man.
No, I want 23 degrees Celsius, 22 all the time. 40 is way too much.
Well, their global average then was 21. That's nice. I could deal with that.
21, 22 is perfect.
That's nice.
80 Fahrenheit is perfect.
Yeah.
And
You're
even-
talking the same number there.
Huh?
That's like about the same number.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. 21°C global average temperature. We got us a deal.
Yep. I'm in.
I'm
Bring back the
Kerrigan,
Jurassic
you're
temperatures.
as old as older than I am. I remember Fahrenheit. I hate Celsius. Celsius to me just sucks.
I think you're probably on the losing team there. You're betting on the losing horse, man.
Get in your boat and move to the south.
Yeah, it's 25 degrees out. That
I
doesn't
live
sound
in the
like much.
U.S. and I'm not even using it.
No, I know, but I don't know. I just that way at least I prefer Fahrenheit for temperatures.
Fahrenheit is definitely probably better for feels like temperatures just because it's a more fine-grained scale.
Well, I mean, if I tell you 7 degrees Fahrenheit, okay, it's warm. But if I tell you it's 100 degrees Fahrenheit, you're like, okay, it's really warm. But if I tell you, oh, it's 30 degrees Celsius,
That's
okay,
pretty hot.
it is really hot. But it's like, okay, that's only 30.
It's hot for an indoor temperature. It's nice for outdoor temperature.
Yeah.
Never set a thermostat that high.
Which is right by like huge bodies of water, so it's like humid as hell. And actually, Kerrigan's got it worse than me because he's got a natural fountain right there in his backyard that's spewing moisture into the air constantly.
Yep.
Alright, what am I looking for here? I need to let that guy into the private group. I'm still thinking of it.
Yep.
Games, what was his name?
It's different from,
You talking the one that's in the officer chat?
yeah. No, no, not the officer. Give me a second. Not officer chat. Oh, actually, no, I think it is an officer chat also. Give me a second, I'm tabbing out.
Baumi? Baumi?
No, Concado. But I don't know if that's his actual name in game.
Is it in the members? Where'd you see that?
It's in the members, yeah, in the members. The last, fifth one up. Fourth one up. Concado.
Okay. Did he apply to the thing on the forums?
I don't know. It just,
Squadron structure, division structure.
it just says I didn't get accepted into the squadron yet, and I...
Yeah, there he is. He's Baumi. It's the same guy.
Oh, okay.
I'll let him know in a second. Taking care of it now. Okay. It's the guy I already knew about.
Alright,
On my list.
Fuck, how many pages should I sell? I've probably got like 10 pages, so how many pages should I sell? Like three at each one?
Gonna divide it up equally, yeah.
Alright, yeah, I'll sell 3 pages. Okay, my Explorer rank is Pioneer 33%, so let's see what it is after all this.
Pioneer 34%. Wouldn't you be pissed?
You're heading back out. That's the whole reason why I went back out and stayed out for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to get to elite.
This page, it's just full of first discoveries. Congratulations, Committee. You're the first to discover. The first one at the top is Sophia, whatever. 47 bodies there. The next one down is 12, 2, 1, 3, 25, 30. God damn, my name's going to be out there forever.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just the first page.
Yeah, it's like that every time you go out.
Yeah. Alright, next page. Page number 2.
And I'm going to promote him.
Damn. One sector I went through was only 18 planets, and it was worth $2.2 million just for that sector.
Really?
Nice. And page 3.
And I got to add him as a part-time member, too. The Battlefield guy. Oh. Probably, steal him and they'd never notice.
If you can help me with this, when
They
I
just
went
have
on to
so many members. What's
I
that?
looked up 45 Theta
User left
SETI,
your channel.
it says a Sagan class travelers Ship is supposed to be here. How do I find it?
Your
It says
ship is
mega
supposed to
ships
be.
1. When I look under 45 Theta Study, it says starports 10, mega ships 1. How do you find that mega ship?
It should be in the system somewhere. You
Ah.
should be able to see it right on the system map.
I'm
Here.
looking on the nav panel, and I'll look in the system map. I looked
It's
on
in
the
the
nav
system
panel.
map. It's quite likely it's not there anymore. They move.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Somebody needs to go through there running EDMC. And it'll update. Remember, it's all crowdsourced information.
Right.
It's good, but it's not perfect.
Right. How does it supposed to show up? Like, is there a symbol that it's supposed to look like? Because I don't see it.
Yeah, it'll be like a triangle type of thing.
The diamond here, but there's no triangles.
What does it say?
For the diamond, it says Swainson City.
That's not it. It's not there anymore.
Really? And this thing actually moves from system to system.
Yeah, it can actually move on. I don't remember if it's weekly or daily, but it can move, yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely does move.
The station. Oh, I see the triangle thing you're talking about. I see on the Inara.
Yeah, it'll look like that's the symbol.
Hey, Enu.
Yep.
Definitely not.
We thankfully own Goddard Ring now, so they're not trying to actively murder me anytime I fly in there.
We changed their minds by replacing it.
Yeah.
Landing
Oh, I
gear
remember
activated.
I had like
Ship
a
released.
$30
Engines
million
engaged.
mission in that Goddard Ring, and I couldn't hand it in because they just wanted to murder me.
Robovalo. Do we know who that is?
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
Who is it? Robo what?
Robo.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping.
Oh, you should see the paint job on my Aspen Explorer.
Fuel scooping complete.
It's like really worn down.
Warning.
Ooh.
Temperature critical.
I went from 33% to 54% Pioneer. And that was just from 3 pages.
Yeah, you'll probably hit elite.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. That takes care of that stuff.
So that means I will be double elite, and I just gotta work on my combat.
Combat's the one that takes forever.
Yeah.
We gotta go murder Thargoid scouts. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, I'm master in my combat. I don't know how many more there is after master. But
You and I can go Thargoid scout stomp them when I get back, and we'll try and get our last elite. Then we have to work on quad elite.
oh yeah, CQC.
Yeah, I'm like 60% through deadly.
CQC, what am I?
CQC, I'm like harmless.
I'm like helpless.
Yeah, I'm helpless or whatever.
Helpless.
No,
I
I'm
never do it.
my in-game combat is like 60% through deadly.
Yeah, that's combat rank, right?
Yeah.
What's after master?
In combat, I think you got a bit to go.
Yeah, you're probably a couple ahead of me. You gotta be.
Oh, no way. I
Master.
gotta get one more picture of this
What?
before I go. So cool looking.
Let's see. What did I say I was master? So I got 3 more ranks to go. Would you say you were dangerous or deadly?
Deadly.
Okay, deadly, you're on the last one.
Yeah, I know.
So if I'm master, I've still got 3 to go. Which isn't bad, because I don't really do
Lincoln
combat
Alpha
all that
Romeo
much,
Charlie. We are happy to have you, Commander. Please note that all station services are at your disposal.
I do the conflict zones, but I don't really do combat that much.
Dude, I logged in and it's on the night side of the moon now.
1-1. Automated
With the
docking initiated.
lava. Oh, it looks so cool. And I'm gonna go down the pit and fire up all of my systems. I turned them all off because I was repairing them.
Landing gear deployed.
Ship is on the ground. Ground crew dispatched. It's good to have you with us, Commander.
Alright, let's sell 3 here. Sell the rest at Jimantani.
Will anything happen if I don't pay the station fine that's out on me?
No, you just won't be able to use the station services.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah. If it's a bounty, that's different.
Yeah.
Fine, right?
You paid the
Yeah, just a fine. Well, it's because I'm in Type 7, and I don't, the
Bounties
system
are
that it's
punished
in,
just a
it's,
wee bit harsher.
yeah, the system it's in, it doesn't have any large landing pads, so I can't get to it.
Alright. 2 pages. 3 pages here.
Oh, you got left?
No, I got more. I sold 3 at 45 Theta. Or, sorry, Wolf 127. 45 Theta, I'm selling 3 here. And then I'm going to sell the rest at Jimantani. So that's 3.
Yeah, these are cool stuff.
And Henry Plant. Enu,
Yeah.
you still got my stream thing there?
You have left the no
Yeah.
fire zone. Have a safe journey.
Watch my stream
Mm.
and then back it up a little bit to where I leave the station. You're gonna laugh. How I got
Oh
out of
shit!
that.
Frameshift
What?
drive charging.
My game crashed while I was jumping into Super Cruise.
Oh, nice.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
User joined your channel.
Greetings.
What's up, bro?
Oh my!
I could tell all the miners are starting to come out tonight. It's gonna be. Sounds like a mining night tonight.
Think so?
Maybe.
Sandstorm's back into the bubble, so he's probably got the mining itch.
No, not really.
Not since the developer killed it.
Yeah.
Wait, did they just kill it?
Oh, they
LTD
destroyed
still
it.
work, I think.
Yeah. Well, they're kind of up and down. Oh, Enu. Earlier
Yo.
today, LTDs were up to 1.7 million per ton. But
I think they still are, but.
you had to fly out to Colonia to cash that in.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing.
20,000 light years for 1.7.
Yay!
Bye. Have a good time.
Yeah, I sometimes don't get how the market works with that. It's like, why is it out in the middle of freaking nowhere? I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a completely different. That's an independent. That area is still an independent area.
Alright, guys. I need 25% more to get my second elite status in exploration.
I don't know. I think I'm in Pathfinder. I haven't really. I should do some more
If you're,
exploration, but
yeah, Pathfinder, you got a couple more to go. You got to get up to Pioneer, and then Elite's the next one after that.
yeah, it's been a long time since I did any exploring.
Oh, I just did a 55,000 light year round trip.
Yeah, I think this is like this is like a couple years ago. Literally a couple years ago before I actually.
Well, I went. My first exploration was to the Cat's Paw Nebula. Then I came back to the bubble, which it's not a far one. Probably only about 10,000 light years or something like that. 15 at the most. Not even, I don't think. Then I went out to Sajay, and then across to Colonia, and then back. And then I started going out to Beagle Point. I got about 10 or 15,000 light years that way. Came back, and then I went out. If you're looking at the bubble and then looking at Sajay, I went directly, pretty much right from the direction when you're looking at it, and I went about 25,000. Went across about 15,000 because Enu pointed out I saw something on my map. Enu looked at it and he said, "Oh yeah, it's this nebula." So I sidetracked over 15,000 light years, went to see it, and then 15,000 light years back to the bubble for like a big round trippy. It was fun. I'm gonna have my name on a lot of planets.
Yeah, that's only a drop in the bucket, though. That's a.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, it's barely a drop in the bucket.
It's more like a drop of a drop of a drop.
Yeah, I think my exploration probably contributed well, 0.0000001% what's actually out there. So it's a
Docking
you know,
request
pretty
granted.
significant.
Yeah, and if you're running DMC, you're helping them
Yeah.
populate their little logs.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Every
See
time
if I can actually get into Super Cruise without crashing this time.
Well, actually, I'm still running it. After I
Oh yeah,
dump this
you should
data,
always run EDMC. It helps us keep the BGS up to date.
yeah. Every time I like I dump data, like sell stuff, should I like update or is it do
Landing
it
gear
automatically?
deployed.
That's all automatically. Pretty smart.
Good.
If you want before you dock, you can try and force it to update to make sure you get the absolute best prices.
Engines
Well,
disengaged.
It updates when you land.
yeah. That's good. All right, so let's sell the remaining here. And before I do that, I have to BRB. I am back.
Glorious.
So I've already sold 7 pages now. I'm on 8. Selling 9.
What system are you bombing? Wolf?
Right now, no, it's Gemitani. I did 3 in 45, 3 in Wolf, and now I'm bombing the rest in Gemitani.
Nice.
It's selling another page. That's probably the same way you should sell too, is just split it up between the 3 of them.
That's what I was gonna do.
I think this is my last page because it's only worth 130,000. There's still a lot of planets I discovered in that one. And that's it. Let's go to 4.
The last page is probably your way back into the bubble, so you're not gonna get a lot of first discoveries.
Yeah, it was like 100. No, actually, surprisingly, about 1,000 out, I got a bunch. Discoveries. Let's see.
You don't have to go that far out to get first discoveries. You gotta not fly towards the nebulas. Everybody flies towards the nebulas. I have not gotten first discovery on a nebula yet. That might be a tall order.
Is there anyone who seemed like my overall discoveries?
EDSM, I think, kind of keeps track of it.
Yeah, you can't do it in game though.
I don't think so. I don't think it does it by sector.
Yeah, it does by sector.
So it might keep track of, I think, all your records per sector, but not all of your discoveries. So we go to discoveries. Orion Spur. Astronomical bodies. Let me if you figure it out, because it's kind of stupid the way they do it. Or we should just see all of your first discoveries.
Where would I? Where would I even see ED Market Connector? Like, what page is that?
EDSM.
EDSM.
As long as you linked it to EDSM, otherwise you have to go and upload your logs. So I think there's a My Discoveries thing in EDSM.
EDSM. When I go to Codex.
Huh? EDSM.net.
Yeah, I'm there. EDSM. That's where I am. But okay, it's back up again.
I don't see anything. Black.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
All right, let me find the.
Is that the system name?
Yeah, there it is.
Man, your frame rate is awful. Your internet had a heart attack.
Yeah, it's actually in the bubble. Do you see it now?
Yeah, I see Xenological.
Yeah. Okay, no, that's a different one. Hang on. This is
Alright, click on, which one is it?
Give me a second. There we go. That one. A Guardian Codex and a Guardian Relic Tower.
Can't see anything. Your thing stopped ticking again.
Oh, fuck's sakes.
It's frozen at like 10 seconds ago.
Why the fuck is it doing that?
Okay, now I see Thargoids. Thargoid device.
Okay, so it is working again?
It showed one frame. I think you've got your quality set way too high.
Yeah, give me a second.
You didn't get first discover on them though.